Hello, Aqua here. Welcome back to FTB Resurrection on the Utopia server. Now, I'm starting up here on my roof looking badass. I've made my void armor like I said I was going to do, so I look all badass in void armor. And as you may notice, I have turned the enchant graphic off. This is Sice, who I play on the Resident Raz server with, made the little resource pack that is called Enchant Killer. There, Enchant FX Killer. So I have that on because I think this armor looks better without the glowy stuff on. You know what I mean? So that's why, if you're wondering why I've not got enchanted stuff shown as enchanted, that's why. Anyway, thought I'd start by telling you that. So I look badass. I love this armor. It's really cool. Now, as I said last time, the reason why I'm making this partly is because this repairs itself without having repair on it. So obviously, for the boots we repair on, I need to have a wand that it draws. I think it's air and terror that the repair uses. I'm not sure actually, but this repairs itself and it's good stuff. So I see I'm 9.5 heart armor things there, so I'm not quite full armor, but I'm pretty solid. This little combination works really well as well. So I've got 15 runic, 19 runic. I could of course have another 5 on each of these as well that I'll try and get round to, but because I've got no regen, most things that hit me, they don't actually breach my runic shield, so I don't actually take any hearts of damage. So I've not actually had a regen potion for quite a while. So that's really cool. And I guess if anything does actually damage me, I'll get a little regen from that. I've not actually seen it kick in yet though, because I don't think anything's damaged me enough. I've just made a builder's wand, which you can see there. I've got it in my tool bag. Actually, I was going to rename it, wasn't I? I've got it in my tool bag there. I've in my man bag, I mean. Aqua's man bag. I've renamed them tools and building stuff just so I know which one's which. And yeah, I made a builder's wand, and I didn't die this time because it's just one unstable ingot. It's generally when I'm doing stuff with multiples that I have issue. Nicholas has made a portal to the Deep Dark. That's very cool. So his cobble gen's working very nicely. So that's pretty awesome. So I should be able to get into the Deep Dark soon. Now, I like an ender quarry, but check this out. Ender quarry, pretty straightforward. Normal recipe apart from the quarry. Then the quarry, you need a diamond drill, an advanced circuit from Greg Tech. Diamond drill, titanium. I'm guessing needs blast furnace yet. So I'm guessing that needs a blast furnace. Is this titanium ore in the world? There is titanium ore, yeah. Interesting. Was it shiny ingots that I used in Unleashed? Ultimate, I mean. Ultimate, wasn't it? Anyway, so getting an ender quarry is going to be a bit tricky. But that's certainly the quarry I want to use because that's the kind of nicest quarry around, I think. Anyway, I might actually use an arcane ball because I'm doing... Well, no, I won't. I'll start going more techie. What I want to start with... Oh, look at that. Care package from your favourite minion. Awesome. Thank you very much. I've got a minion cube. Nice one. Thank you very much, Nicholas. That's very cool. I can stick that in place of that. Now, the first thing I actually want to get on with is regarding my my power situation. I'll just put that there for now. That's very cool. That's in fact very awesome indeed. What I just want to show you, by the way, nearly at a full barrel of rubber, and I'm at 145 stacks of charcoal. Very nice. What else have I done? Nothing much really, I don't think. What I'm going to do in this episode is I'm going to get a harvester made to automate the last of my farms. Now, I think I'm going to do one more little golem farm as well for them guys, the ender lily seeds. For the ender lilies, because I don't think harvester takes them, and I need a planter as well. So yeah, I'll not bother replanting them. I'm going to make a farm, so I'll put them seeds in there with that one. I've got 8 seeds, I think, which is good. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a harvester. I've got all the bits ready. Gold gears, redstone reception coil, and machine frame, of course, the thermal expansion recipes. Plastic sheet is just the plastic pulp done in my Greg Tech alloy smelter downstairs, of course. That guy. With the plate mould that what did I have to make that for? It was the auto disenchant I wanted it. While I'm down here, these are all full. Awesome. I've got 64 stacks of glass and sand. Someone, was it Stiax or Sved, said about retrieval nodes. Retrieval nodes are really awesome. We can retrieval node. There we go. Retrieval nodes are really awesome. What they do, instead of pulling from a barrel in something, I could have a retrieval node on there that would pull from all them. And what you can actually do is, if you combine that in a crafting bench, I don't actually show it there, but if you combine it in a crafting bench with one of the rationing pipes, it actually makes it a rationing retrieval node. That's even more awesome. Really are cool, these extra utilities pipes, and I really overlooked them for a long time because they were kind of weird the way they search for stuff. So the thing is, if I did a retrieval node with rationing on there, what it'd try and do is it'd try and pull everything apart from the last stack out of these. So it wouldn't put a stack in here. It'd try and fill this. It'd try and leave just one stack in these. So it's not exactly the thing I want for this. So I'm gonna leave it as it is for now. What I do need on these is the bit that's missing. Is I need stack upgrade on here. That guy, stack upgrade, and then this would move a stack at a time. As it is, it moves stuff a little bit slow because they've got no speed upgrades. I could put speed upgrades in. It's actually easy to put a stack upgrade in, but for that I need diamonds. So I won't be making them just yet, because each one of them needs 3 diamonds. So that's something for the future. So I'll have to settle for it as it is for now. As you can see upstairs, I made a second survivalist generator, and I want to work towards the 8 times one of them. But for that, I need a hyper energy transfer node, which uses a bedrock ingot, which is a little bit out of my reach at the minute. I think another commenter, James, said there's a different way of making that, so I'll have to have a search for that. That doesn't use a diamond. I'm sure that's what he said. Anyway, right. So I'll be working towards them. So what I'll be doing is working towards 8 of these, so I'm ready. Sorry, 8 of them ones. Yeah. So I'm ready when I've got enough diamonds to make one of them, and enough cobble from the Nemgo cobble gen over there. Cool. Right. So yeah, I'm sorting out my power situation, aren't I? What I want to do for this is I'm going to carry on with extra utility stuff, and I'm going to make, in fact I've already made a couple, bam. What I need out of here is a couple of them transfer nodes that I made. Item transfer nodes. So this is a QED recipe, and in here, with some of them bread first upgrades, the ones that I made the other day for what did I make it for? That's not the only thing it goes in, is it? I've not made one of them yet, have I? I made it for something, didn't I? Or did I not? Was it one of the lesser ones? I can't remember what I made one of them for. Or was it that one I made? I forget. This uses a Brit first, which uses them ones, and gets me these guys. Transfer nodes, energy. Cool. Now something else I want to make in here as well, and for that we're going to need ender pearls, redstone torches, and nether quartz. Very nice. And just redstone, normal redstone for that one. Okay, so let me go and grab some bits for that. Now these make it so that you've got like remote energy, which is very cool. Well, I'm talking all about extra utilities. Change this around a little bit. It's working much nicer, by the way. I've put the gold blocks down there so the mobs get blown off the edge. There's one gold block up there because spiders go high. So there's one gold spike, I mean not block, gold spike up there. And the rest are down there, so like baby zombies fall into there as well now. So everything gets pushed into there. I've got it so I can stand here and my wand fills up. So I've actually been doing my Farmcraft research down here in this table. I've actually done all the Farmcraft research just about as well. I've done quite a lot, and I've been doing too much Farmcraft lately because I've been doing research without the research helper. In fact, it's quite scary. I've done quite a bit of the cami stuff, which I do plan on making, but it is ridiculous cami stuff. Look, I mean, this ichor cloth, it takes 3 diamonds and 3 ichor, and that takes a diamond and another star for 8 of them. And You can get them from the nether. I've had a couple of them. You need to go to the end to get them, so I can't even get them yet anyway, because we have not gone to the end and killed the dragon. So cool. Yeah, something else, extra utilities while I'm down here, I just want to mention really quick, is, I'll tell you what I didn't do last time. I didn't press U on the item filler, because that shows you exactly what you can combine it with. And last time redstone torch inverts it, if you remember, and I combined it with wool to make it so it's fuzzy, ignores MBT. You can also combine it with a stick, which makes it ignores metadata as well. So what I've got in here is, what I've got in here, it's even crazier, is, I'm going to take that out a minute, so anything I get in a minute is going to get lost, probably. If I right click that now, you'll see that it's actually got filters inside the filter. So even though a filter's only got 9 slots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you can have 9 filters in a filter, and I guess you could, so that's 81 in it. Just like, that gives you 81 slots in your filter, and I guess you can go filters in filters in filters. So ultimately, it looks like you've got an unlimited amount of filtration possibility. So as you can see there, I have got it so that it's deleting stuff like leather armor, some of the reliquary stuff that I've got already over a stack of, so, and bows and stuff like that. So that's all the stuff that's not going into these barrels, and they've all got void upgrades on, so they just get to 64 and sit there. And that's the stuff that's not going into barrels, but I'm not getting spammed full of leather armor and stuff. These 2 bags, I'm just banging the gold armor in it, because I use the gold armor for the Tutamen and Lucrum aspects that it adds, and the metallum as well, and a bit of magic when they're enchanted. So I saved them. That's what that's in them bags there, just gold armor, if you was wondering. Yeah, right. I've got my ender pearls, so up we go. And what was it? Nether quartz, which I've got a fair bit of, because there's big veins of that in the nether as well. And redstone torches it was, wasn't it? And redstone. Let's get some redstone and some sticks. Cool. And then down here, back to the QED. This, by the way, I need to see if you can actually automate this, because if you look, you can actually get 3 times ore processing out of this guy. Coal and an ingot gets you 3 times ores, which is very nice. So I wonder if it's, I've not tried putting pipes in and out of this. I wonder if it's doable. Right, what do I want? I want 5 of them, 1 of them, and 3 of them. Yep, that gives me the receiver. Okay, so I want at least 3 receivers, I think. So I guess more of these Enderflux crystal things would speed this up, but I suppose it's alright for now. So I'll come back in a minute when I've got 3 of them, and I'm going to make one of the other guys, one of the transmitters, that guy. Okay, then it looks like you can actually pump things into these. I've maybe tried that before, because I thought that was the case. So you see there, I'm trying to put things out of the chest. They go into the transfer node, then they just stick in there. They actually go into that thing. So let's just, maybe something that I can put in there. I don't know, unless it's done that on purpose, I'm guessing. So you can't automate that 3 times processing thing, because it is quite cheap. Just using 1 bit of coal for 3 times ore. Yeah. Anyway, I've made these guys. So what I need to do with these is, if you look there, it says unspecified frequency. You must name this upgrade in an anvil. Choose a frequency. You cannot use this upgrade until it has a frequency. Cool. Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to right click these. You see that now it's set to private. In fact, what I'll show you before I do that is I'll put it in an anvil. So if I put this in the anvil here, you see that one there is, there we go, look, see that one there, it says public spectrum. So if I was going to change it, now I might as well have them as a private spectrum, because we want a server. So what you do to change that is you just put it in your bar and just right click with it in your hand, bam. That sets them to private, cool. And I'm going to need some levels for this, aren't I? So let's go get 10 levels, and I want to make them frequency 1. So you just delete the name, call it 1, and then that's frequency 1. Excellent. Same with them. 1. Oh, right, so it's 5 levels for each one. Okay, that's good to know. Put them in there and name them one as well. Excellent. So now what I can do is I can get my survivalist generator here, and I can put one of these transfer nodes above him. In fact, no, that's not what I'm going to do at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move that hardened cell, and I'm going to break that guy as well. Okay, yep, there's breaks of an axe. I'm glad that's the case. And I am going to put this guy there, like so. Boosh. And what I'm going to do is underneath him, I want to show you something really cool in a minute as well. I might have to sidetrack so I don't forget about it. Something that I saw on Rorax's LP on the Rax pack. Right, so what I can do in that is I can put in the transmitter into this guy in there, and now more transmitters in there would mean more power transfer quicker, but I don't need it to be quicker just yet. And what I can do is I can take my harvester that I've made, and there's something else I want to make for this just really quickly before we go anywhere, and it requires a gold nugget. I'll grab one of them. And what else does it need? I tried a translocator on the QED as well, that didn't work either. I want an iron upgrade. Redstone, 3 plastic, 3 iron. 1, 2, 3. 2 redstone, I've already got some redstone. And my inventory's getting horribly full. There. I've got my 3 plastic ready for this. 3 iron and a nugget gets me an iron upgrade, which increases the radius of this thing by 3. So that makes it into a 9x9. Because the radius to start with is 1. So it increases it by 3 makes it 4, so it's 4 either side, which makes it a 9x9. So what I'm going to do is I've created a little space here. Now what I've started doing, now that I've got respiration aqua affinity on my HUD, I can spend a lot more time underwater. Oh, I'm starving. I can spend a lot more time underwater. Look at that, my runic was looking after me still. I've started clearing out underneath, so this was all dirt. I'm going to start clearing out underneath this, so this is actually a floating city. That's what I want it to be, floating village. So everything that's not a building is going to have just water underneath it. Yeah? And now I can stay underwater and see underwater, which is kind of important as well. Then I'm starting doing that, which is pretty cool, I think. So anyway, I've built a little wooden frame, put some dirt down, and I've hoed it already. So what we can do down here is we can... In fact, what I want to do is... I forgot to get some transfer pipe. And I should make some barrels as well. So what we want to need here, I want nether wart. Have I got a load of 56 crops? That's not enough, but it's a start. Transfer pipe, is it in there? Yep, I ain't got much though, and don't need that. You can go in there for now. You can go in there for now. And I probably need everything. Don't need that or that or that. So they can go in there for now, right? You go in there. So what I'm going to do here is these energy nodes are really cool because they actually share the transfer line with your item transfer stuff, which is very nice indeed. So if I put, or do I need a transfer? Oh, maybe do. I don't actually know, because I think this harvester just automatically puts out, so I might not actually need a transfer node on there. I probably do though. I probably do. And like I said, I need some barrels, don't I? I'll get them in a bit. So picture that's got a transfer node underneath it anyway. I'm actually going to sink the barrels into the ground as well, so I actually want to come one lower than that. Let's grab them. And come back up. I should sleep really, shouldn't I? Get rid of that horrible rain sound. So that's going to come across like that, and they're going to have barrels on top. And what I can do is I can have my transfer node down here, like so, and that connects to the same transfer lines. So you don't actually have to have your power right next to your thing. which is really cool. And then in that I put one of these, and that should start getting power. It doesn't seem to be. So I've done something wrong. Let me quickly sleep and get some barrels made. Okay, I'll tell you what is going to help. It's going to help if I actually put some power into the energy cell, isn't it? Yes, Sacco, that's going to help. So there we go. Charcoal in there, doing me 40. That's going to take forever to fill that guy up, innit? But what I want is, the bottom to be an output. So the bottom of that should output. That's showing nothing. That means power's going somewhere, which is probably a good thing. So what I can do now is, if I come back over here, we should have power in this guy, have we? Look at that. So there we go. I've got this powered from that generator over there. Very nice. And as I said, I made some barrels. So plonk plonk, and then I'll have two on this side as well. Come back here, you. And there we've got a nice little tidy looking farm. What's that down there? Something, wasn't it? Is it a bit of wood? I've got a nice tidy looking hidden away farm just with these barrels, so I'll put some stickers on top of the barrels. So I'll cut again and I'll get this all filled out. What I'm going to use is obviously the crops that I picked up, and I'm going to have this set into quarters. I'm going to have netherwort, reeds, melon, and I don't know what else. I don't know. Right then, here I am underwater, and that does in fact need a transfer node, which I expected it to really. And right, so I've moved that just down there a little bit so I can get down a bit easier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my rationing pipes here, and I'm going to put my ender chest that has all my stuff in here. So I believe the way, I think this does like a round robin thing. So some will go that way and some will go that way. So I think this will actually put stuff into that chest. I may have to put a filter there to send things. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure it works. I'm pretty sure some stuff's going to go into there. So we're going to start getting a stack of reeds and a stack of netherwort. That's all I'm putting up to now. Now I think I'm going to do some melons. I don't really need a lot of melon. I could do a melon, pumpkin, potato, and carrots. But as it is, I'm going to leave it like that because I'm not really sure exactly what I want. I moved the barrels one step further out because the pipe there was obviously connecting to the sides and putting stuff straight in the sides of the stuff there. So yeah, I moved it out one. I actually need a bit more wood to replace that, and I put some stickers on the top of the barrels there. So we're getting, well, we just got some there. So let's see if it went into the resource thing, and it has. Look, cool. So that should hyper ration a stack of netherwort and reeds in there, so I've always got netherwort and reeds for crafting. Awesome. This is getting quite well stocked. Of course, when I get an AE system, I can just I'll just be able to fasten this onto an AE system with a storage bus, and I'll have access to all that stuff. Very nice. Right then, one last thing I'm going to do at the minute that I've got planned. In fact, let me just quickly check, have I got any wood to cover them all up? Yes, wonderful. Let me cover them all up. And there we go. We have pretty much got everything around the base, around this little starter base automated that I want automating. So that's all good. And we can now start working on moving to our void age and the business that's going to go on there. Now, I say I'm going to go more techie in the void age. But the first thing I've got to do though is build a base there, and as mentioned, I'm going to build an oil tanker. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of start work on that and show you my plan, my thinking of how to do an oil tanker. One thing I want to show you though, the awesome thing that I mentioned I saw Rorax do in my video: iron, spruce wood, or any wood. Picture this guy, water barrel from Pam's Harveycraft, and if I break that block there, now I wonder if I have to click on the top or if the side will do. Nope, the side's fine. Look, there we go. A single block everlasting water source. How cool is that? Now I've had a little quick try with a liquid transfer node. You can't actually pipe water out of this, so I'm still going to need aqueous accumulators for stuff like pumping water into igneous extruders and stuff. But now I can actually I can get rid of that water source there because I no longer need it. How cool is that? Right, I'm going to get some factory blocks made, which are iron and smooth stone, of course, and I'll meet you in the void world, and we'll start doing a little bit of building a framework of our oil tanker. See you there. Okay, then just before I head across to the void age, it's night time and raining, lovely. Just a little bit of Farmcraft information to keep you updated on. I'm still growing my node here, and as you can see by Wiley, we're getting quite high on some of the stuff there. We're up to 60 on Odo. What I'm aiming for is 64. I don't know if I've said it on this series. When you energise these, it gets energised to CentiV, which is a flat recharge rate rather than. So instead of the node going down and coming back up, it'll just turn into a number like an 8, and then it'll recharge things at 8 centiV a second, yeah, or a tick. I don't, yeah, it'll be something like that. And it's done on square root. So what I'm aiming for on all these is 64 in each of the primals there. I have got a machiner one in there, as you can see, and machiner breaks down into all the primals except Ignis, so that'll add a bit more on as well. But yeah, I'm aiming for 64 in each of them, so I'm keeping growing stuff. I've got a Ignis producer on this side, and that's pulled Ignis from over there. I thought that was far enough away. 1, 2, 3, 4. A diagonal. I thought that would be enough, but no, it looks like that's actually pulled a bit of Ignis. So that's not very efficient actually, because they're not all going to that, which is silly of me. I might have to do one at a time and be a bit more patient, I think. Oh, I should have that one over here. I don't know. Meh. But there we go, that's what I've done. And the one farm I've not made yet, of course. This is going well, by the way. Let's what we got. 13 stacks of reeds, and that I already had 30 odd stacks. So that's only got a couple of stacks of nether wart in there. I've just made that look like a bit of a planter with some covers. The one farm I've not automated is these guys, and what I've done is I've made some ender cores. Ender cores are pretty cheap when you've got loads of enchanted books, which of course my fisher is getting me. So you need to make magical wood, which is what you need the enchanted books for. So like Disjunction 3 books was getting me 10 magical wood at a time. I needed 40 in total for 8 ender cores. And them guys and either ender, I got myself some ender cores, so they allow more potential growth ticks, I believe is how it was explained to me. So I've got lily pad fertility there, that should speed them up a little bit. And at some point, I just haven't got around to it, I'll make a couple of golems for that. I'll make a gather golem and a use golem to replant seeds on them. Cool. So what I'm going to do now, for the end of the episode, I'm going to jump down here, grab 4 stacks of stone, and I'm not going to grab 4 stacks of stone at all. And I'm going to use 2 stacks of stone, 2 stacks of iron ingots. This seems a bit expensive at the minute, but it will always be expensive. There we go, 2 stacks of stone. Put you back in there because I don't need all that. And I'm going to make a craft pattern with these. That is going to be like so. Whee! And make myself a load of factory blocks. A load of factory blocks. Have I even got enough space in my inventory? I have not. I have. Cool. There we go. And then I'm going to chisel all these guys to... I'm going with this one, rusty metal plates. We haven't got the newest version of chisel actually. It's got the... I believe it has got the auto chisel. I haven't got the upgrades, but even on the newer version you can't make the upgrades anyway. I don't see the auto chisel actually, so I might not have it. Yeah. Possibly not. Nope, not seeing it. Okay, no auto chisel. And it hasn't got the tech blocks either, which I should be using for this build when we get a version with it in. But yeah, I'm just going to make a load of these. Now, these might end up fully hidden behind walls, so it's that's why I say it might seem a bit expensive at the minute, but you get a lot of blocks, even though that's 2 stacks of iron into there. At some point, I mean, once I've got some kind of automated gathering, I should have been doing that while I've been flying over here while I was talking. At some point I've automated gathering and iron won't be an issue, but it's a little bit expensive at the minute to use all that iron. But I don't want to have to change these later on, so I might as well build it with this. Now what these are going to be is these are going to be the cargo holds of the ship. And what I also want to make actually is yeah, that's why I'm not making it yet. Architect table. So architect table, I need 8 diamonds for that bit, and a builder. I need another 8 diamonds for the builder by the look of it. Yeah. And the blueprint library. I have got a blueprint saved of this this box that I'm making, just because in my test world I made 6 next to each other for to get an idea on scale. And yeah, use a builder to do it rather than build 6 separate ones. So if I had more diamonds, I would make this and just make one of these and copy paste it using the builder. But as it is, I'm a bit too early game for that many diamonds. So I am going to have to. Cool, beacon is fully regen, nice. I'm going to have to do it manually. So through we go into the Nemgo Void Age, where it's always day, I think. Interesting. Let's have a solar powered boat. And right, what I need to do actually is I need to go back in my test world and check how high sat in the water these need to be. I'll be right back. Okay then, I want these to be 6 above the water and then 10 below the water. So let's start on a nice chunk edge. There we go. And for this, to help start me off, I have got a angel block, which is a very useful item from extra utilities that lets you place a block in the air, which is very nice. So the chunks look really weird in here because it's a weird void age thing. So there we go, there's my angel block. I can turn that off now. And I am going to be placing blocks. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the top is above, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So all this is below the waterline, and this is going to be one of six cargo tanks, which is in a real oil tank is where the oil would be, of course. So what I want to do is now then 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25 in the wall. So each cargo tank is going to be 25 blocks in the long ways. Oh, that friggin' oil's going to be in the way. That actually might be in one of the oil tanks. That could work out. And it's going to be 50 across. So I'll get this first one made, just to give you some idea of the kind of scale we're going, and then I shall get it repeated a few times. And I'll come back, and it's kind of, I suppose I could time lapse if I had a camera account, but I've not. So okay, back in a bit. And here we are then, one cargo tank frame done, and it's not a permanent day world at all. It's just been night. I just slept. Get the because all monsters started spawning on me frame. So as you can see, about 2/3 of it is underwater, and about 1/3 of it is above water, and this is the frame for the inside of the tank, if you know what I mean. So outside of this, so I'm gonna have 6 of these in a row, and then a 7th one for the engine room and a bit at the back with all the forecastle and stuff on top of it. And then I'll skin the outside with the actual hull of the boat. But that is what I'm going to be getting on with. Now that's taken quite a few stacks of them just for one framework, so I don't think I'm going to have enough iron at the minute to do more than a couple of these. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of these done so that we've got a place we can start making machinery in, so we can actually use one of these. As long as I've got walls on it and get the water out, we can use one of these for building stuff in, even though it's not finished, and then build a ship around it as we're doing. Anyway, I'm going to carry on doing a bit of this. I'm going to wrap up the episode there. I think it might be a little bit short, but I hope you don't mind. And I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.